Maitri is a word that we need in English, but we don't have one word that captures what that Buddhist Asian word captures. What Maitri means is having tender, loving compassion for ourselves. We are nurtured, we are trained, we are tutored in taking care of others and paying attention to other people's stories. And so I think giving women a chance to honor their story, to take our own life story seriously, has been part of what has been so engaging. And sister care provides a wonderful mechanism, I have found, for sharing things that I've learned along the way, from my own story, from other women that I've worked with.
Most of the women that we serve are older women, and what we have found with sister care is every seminar, and I'm no longer surprised, is that we have women in their 20s and women in their 90s.
How are you? Last year, in between spring term and May term, and they asked me and a couple other Goshen College students to come and work with the sister care and work on creating a workshop for college students.
Rhoda, how many women have said to us after they've gone through this seminar, I wish I had gone through this, I wish I would have heard this when I was in my 20s or my 30s. It's a pretty common response that we hear, which has just confirmed our sense that this is something we do want to share with college-age women. And you are at the stage of life where you're kind of making that real significant, sometimes painful shift between what are really your values and what you've been told should be your values.
And about a year ago, we met with 6 college women in a focus group down at the college cabin, and we asked them if this is something that would have interest for them.
We went to the college cabin and talked about what we wanted to do and how we would make it work to fit into the context of college rather than an actual church congregation.
This is the first time we have done one just for college students.
Because this is the first time, we started with a lot of material, and so it's to fine-tune it and to focus it so that it is the most helpful it can be. And what we did is we had them divided into 2 groups and asked them to list what the challenges are for college women and what are some of the areas of need that they would perceive. And then we compiled this list.
On the list that we made of things we found that we struggle with were things like sexual assault, sexual abuse, sexuality. There was definitely body image, stress, making big decisions, active listening was on there.
So we looked at what the sister care topics and units are right now. In the sister care curriculum, we work with the first unit is claiming our identity as God's beloved daughters, and so body image and self-worth fit there, and finding our life direction fits there, and knowing our story.
One of the things I've noticed working on college campuses is the high level of competition among women. Now, I can't speak for young men because I don't know how the male mind works as well as I do women, but there is so much pressure I sense still.
I think it'll create a good community of women that I wasn't part of.
I think it's going to be really good for community building and recognizing some of the issues that we don't talk about. You're living with a bunch of women on a college floor is really a big transition from just being at home. And I think that affects a lot of body image stuff and like stress, because and you're surrounded by these women that are like beautiful and smart and intelligent, and it's a lot of dealing with that. So I hope it builds a lot of community. Really nice.
The second unit is on caring for self and others, and so there you can bring in the stress elements, and you can bring in something about healthy relationships. And then we ask the question, is this something that you are finding at the college, that you can find this in your student life, if you can find this with your campus ministries? And the answer that we heard was that they really would like an outside persons to come in and do this.
And we think that offering some tools to think about these things at this point in women's lives is better than waiting till they're 70 or 80 years old.
Sistercare focuses a lot on working together for healing and like looking at how, as women together, we can come to experience healing.
I believe in this material. I believe in that we need to be in conversation with college women.
May you, like the woman at the well, be healed and empowered by living waters.
And may your tears be transformed into life-giving compassion and love for others.
Go now with
the assurance that you are beloved and called to be a living blessing to others.